So I want to take a question, actually two questions from a former guest of the show. These questions are from Larry Summers, former Secretary of Treasury and advisor to the National Economic Council, head for the Obama administration, and obviously a very distinguished economist himself, and a guest that we had here to talk about a wide range of things. But Larry asks, the first question: which do you think crypto threatens most? A, wire transfer, money transfer businesses. B, gold as a store of value. Or C, traditional approaches to payments. So there's a multiple, or there's not an answer which is maybe both, but I'm going to give a slightly nuanced answer on this. I think that in the near term, it really depends on which crypto we're talking about. So cryptocurrencies that are fundamentally designed to be scarce store of value assets like Bitcoin obviously threaten gold and the role of gold as a store of value, because a digital currency, a digital asset such as Bitcoin, has far superior characteristics to gold. And so it absolutely threatens to kind of take share as a risk asset or an asset to hold in lieu of what is taking place in terms of sovereigns and their behavior from a monetary perspective. So I think certainly in that case, but other crypto assets that are really digital commodities that support these broader public networks for transaction settlement, for computing resources, things like Ether and Ethereum and many other third generation chains. I think that the combination of stablecoins with those crypto assets in the short run, short to medium term, I think are very threatening to the traditional wire settlement money transfer business. Many of the fastest adopters of digital dollar stablecoins are firms that make international payments, and where they are seeing that they can settle a payment in dollars at the speed of the internet for very low cost with a settlement finality in new blockchains in as quickly as seconds or even milliseconds. And that's really significant, and I think in the near term is going to be most threatening there. Over the mid to long term, clearly traditional approaches to payment are going to be very threatened. And so this infrastructure, as third generation blockchains come online, and as more consumer facing companies that touch hundreds of millions to billions of people implement stablecoins, that is going to have a major impact on traditional approaches to payments, the traditional networks, traditional models, and that I think is going to play out over the next few years. So that was the first question. Thank you, Larry. And the second question was, when will the absence of crypto in a portfolio be more surprising than its presence? I love this question. I think there's different measures that we have, say in the United States or in China or other markets that are very active in crypto, like Japan or Korea. And clearly today the minority of people have crypto in their portfolio, and there's been a lot of discussion about at what point do all the institutional asset managers have crypto? At what point are there ETFs that allow individuals to hold on to this? I think we're very much continuing to see this kind of growth in mainstream adoption. I think we're going to see big milestones. There's rumors that major players like PayPal would say allow every Venmo user to purchase and hold Bitcoin. And so generationally, I think young people through kind of Gen Xers, I think the majority are going to have crypto in their portfolio very soon. I think that's within the next 2 years. If you look at the broader demographics and scope, maybe longer. However, it may show up in people's portfolio inadvertently if you're holding a certain index fund or mutual fund, or you have a pension with a state, or you're in an endowment. many of these are holding crypto through investments in other funds. And so when you kind of pierce through all of that, I think within 2 to 3 years, we'll be at a point where it'll be more surprising to find people who don't have crypto exposure than do.